Okay, girls, watch this short video, and this is going to help you, okay? I would definitely recommend using frog tape because it is really hard to get a straight line when you're not. And this tape is amazing. So I've already done this one, so I'm just going to show you in theory, you know? So you would just tape off one section. I mean, I don't push down the ends because you'll never get it up, but I push it down really good, like this, okay? I do the entire thing, and then I paint this square. You don't want to paint with your brush into the tape, because if you do like this, you might have bleeders. So I kind of start at the tape and, you know, brush in like this. You do your entire square, and then if it needs to cut, which the red probably will because the red is not very pigmented, then I would leave it taped and move to another one. So I might do this one here, and then I'd come down and tape this one off and paint it, and then do this one and this one and this one. And then I might hit it with the hairdryer for like 10 seconds and then do the second coat on all of those, and then take your tape off and just throw your tape away and then move on to the next one. So if it's a little bit wet or tacky, you can just tape right over it. I mean, don't get it all in there, you know, but if you're taping this one, just press it right here, you know, and just try not to interrupt it too much. And then once you have everything done and it's fully dry, I'm going to show you how to dry brush. Okay. So except my husband, I never close my paint cans, and my husband comes behind me and closes them. So hold on a second. Okay. So when you do dry brushing, you take a clean brush and you dip it in the smallest amount of white paint. Okay. And then what I usually do is I kind of knock off some of it on the white part. And then let me show you a part that's not super distressed already. Up here maybe. Okay. So I've dipped it in there, not much on my brush. I kind of wipe it off on the white part. And then I start to just drag it across ever slow, gently. Do you see how that added some more distressing? Now the key is to start light and add more, because you can always add more, but it's hard to remove it. But if you're like, whoa, that is way distressed, I don't like how that looks, you would just take your red and just paint over. So this technique is called dry brushing, and it's awesome because a lot of people sand their boards, but sanding is very unpredictable. So when you sand a board, you're going to have a huge mess, and also you're going to end up removing paint. And when you remove paint, you expose brown wood, and then you're starting over. So I like to dry brush because you're putting white paint on top, but you're making it look like it's coming from the bottom. Okay, so does that make sense? Do not be discouraged. Even even as many of, you know, I've made hundreds of barn quilts, and there are times where I'm in the middle of it and I'm like, this is a disaster. But by the end, it always comes together, because you can always fix parts that are messed up. I mean, there is never a time where you're like, this is too far gone, I can't reclaim it. So if you have like a wavy line, just tape it and either paint white or red or pink, you know, to fix it up and make it really good. And then distressing helps too, because once you start distressing, it really hides some of those imperfections. And then the best thing you can do is to put it on your mantle and take a step back, and you'll be like, oh, that's not nearly as bad as I thought. It's like up close, you see everything, but when you step back 5 feet, you can't see any of that. So I hope this video helps, and you all just text me if you have more questions, because I am available for you. Okay.